Take it away, Manuel.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Michael. I do appreciate. Thank you, my super downline, Mr. Nero. I do appreciate. I'm very happy to be with you, Michael, and the super partner and the big networker in the MRM industry, Mr. John. Mr. John, you are highly welcome because we have never seen a wonderful person like you here in the MRM industry. But because now we are very happy to see you and hear what you are going to tell us. Even the other first time it motivated us. That's the reason because why we are increasing in numbers. So we do appreciate and we still believe in you. And I do thank Andrew and Nancy. Yesterday's trainings was very, very fantastic. So I do appreciate. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm Emmanuel Muindo from Uganda, and my story is too long, but because of time, I need Mr. John to give you more information. Is the one to give you more information because me, what I have done, I have brought for you the opportunity. I landed it from the YouTube. It was an advert from Mr.
Mike Rocker.
It was an advert from my super upline who is here. So and I do presented it to Mr. Daniel, then from Mr. Daniel to Nero, to Nikki, from Nikki, then it goes back to other members. But the only thing I did was to take action. Action was very, very important to me because I looked at the compensation plan, most especially the legacy coded bonus. That is the one that motivated me as I have been in this industry for some time, like 10 and above years. So that's the one that motivated me. So ladies and gentlemen, we have been suffering with companies without system, and I've been trying to know mainly to work with companies especially from US, because I've been working with companies from Asia, whereby we have suffered a lot. But here I'm telling you, I do appreciate the way now, where I am now, depending on what I've been earning right now. Like in this week, I earn $800, and the $800 I'm telling you, meaning that it is more than what I've been earning in the other company in just one month. Okay, so the compensation plan is very good. The product, right people, the people we are dealing with, Andrew, we are dealing with Michael, the CEO. Everything is very fantastic. So this is the right time, guys, to embrace this opportunity to work with me, work with our other members, so that because we cannot work alone. So that's why we invited you here to hear from our super people who are going to tell you more about it. Okay, I'm still also learning. I'm still learning every time. I don't tell you that I know everything, but I'm still learning about it. Yeah. Thank you very much. I'm Emmanuel Muindi. I can invite my super Nero to say something. Then it goes back to Mike.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Emmanuel. Nice job on being the first emerald. In our opinion, I believe that it's the first emerald across Africa. And you're all here at the right time, at the right place. If you're watching this video online, get back to the person who invited you. This video will go viral. Use this video to share with your guests. And there again, everything rises and falls off leadership. And there's a reason why we're with Valentus. There's a reason why Mr. John Herenza is a top 20 industry icon, period, in the entire network marketing arena. And as busy as this gentleman is, he takes our calls, he supports us. I understand that his time is extremely valuable, but as busy as he is, he's still here to support us and help us. And I just can't say enough. I've worked with a lot of top people in the industry over the years. My sponsors are icons as well. And just to see this kind of commitment out of John is just absolutely amazing. And if somebody's on, I'll make sure to keep everybody muted. We'll deal with that as we go. But with that being said, the only crown diamond in the company, the #1 money earner in Valentus, and just blessed and honored to be working with Mr. John Horenza. John, take it away, and welcome to Team Africa. There's about 6, 7 countries out here, John.
Wow, that's fantastic and so exciting. And Mike, thank you for that kind introduction. And just I want to say first off, just congratulations to you, to all of the success that you're having. Your group is exploding, all over the world, and certainly this Zoom is just another example of what's happening, with you, your leadership, and of course that's extended through Nancy and Andrew, as you had mentioned, other people in the upline here between, Michael and myself. Andrew and Nancy Berling, also icons, multi-million dollar earners in the industry, and being associated, being tapped into, and not just part of, but being able to really work hands-on with these types of people. I know that for those of you that have been around for a while, understand how blessed and fortunate you are to have that opportunity to be working with people like this. And so anyway, I'm not sure what happened to the screen here. Oh, you're pulling something else up. Oh, kind of threw me there for a moment. Anyway, so I'm excited to be here, and I also just want to, thank you for your faith, for your trust, for your belief, here in Valentus, for your hard work and effort. You are, taking a new country and breaking ground for Valentus. I understand, the type of commitment, effort, but also I understand the types of rewards that can be, received, that can come from doing, the groundbreaking work that you guys are doing in the African market. So, much appreciated, and thank you very much. What I want to do is just take a couple minutes and share with you a little of my background, a little of my history, really what led me here to Valentus, and then maybe just a few, tips and ideas that I might have for you. I have been involved in this industry of network marketing now for 30 years. I came to this industry with no business or professional background. I was a blue-collar worker. I was a welder. I was building, maintaining equipment in a potato chip snack food company. I had started there right out of high school, and I have a learning disability. I have dyslexia, which really, and especially it still does today, but it really affected my self-esteem and my self-confidence. I went through school, just trying to be invisible, not to be noticed. I was so shy and introverted, literally wouldn't even say hi to someone unless they said hi to me first. And I share that and think it's important because, as you're tuning in here, you're listening in, you're excited, but you may ask the question, can I do this? Can this really work for me? And that's one of the things that's so powerful, so exciting about what we have here at Valentus. It doesn't matter what your age, your education, your finances, your race, who you know, what you do, where you live. None of it matters. We are a level playing field. We treat the top leaders just this, and the newest person the same. I mean, this is a level playing field. We appreciate and love everyone and value everyone. And so anyway, I got a little off track there, but so I've been 30 years in the industry, and I got my start actually in a company selling water filters. Where I, really cut my teeth and learned the fundamentals, fell in love with this concept, with this business model, with this industry of network marketing, and where an ordinary, average person like myself can go out, work hard, take advantage of an opportunity and do something extraordinary. And so I do love this business and love this industry. My experience in this first company, really led me to learn a couple of very important lessons about how important timing was and how important consumable products were. And although I earned about $400,000 in that venture, probably the most valuable was what I learned about network marketing, what I learned about timing, what I learned about consumable products, and learned about the fundamentals of how this business works. And so realizing that I had missed it from a timing standpoint, I researched, studied the industry. I found at the time, a 2-year-old company that was doing about $2 million a month, consumable products. I ended up spending the next 12 years there, was and became one of the top earners, and earned about $4 million there. Thought I was going to be there for life, and then the company had gotten sold, and then it merged with another company and got sold again. And essentially, because people ask, well, what happened? I mean, why aren't you still there? And what happened was I lost my belief. And at the end of the day, people ask me all the time, John, what is the most important element for success? What's the most important thing? And I believe it is belief, right? People buy people. It's your passion, your posture, your belief, your enthusiasm, your excitement towards something that attracts or influences others. And if you're struggling with your belief, you're going to struggle in your business. And that's where I found myself. And so wasn't happy. And so I had the opportunity to become the master distributor of a company, and ended up spending the next 12 years with that company. And actually, that's where I made my first really big money. I made $10 million there, and along with its sister company, another 2. So it was a phenomenal experience. Loved the people. The ownership did some things that I didn't agree with, and essentially it broke my trust. Okay, and nothing worse than working with people that you don't trust. And so, although I was still making a lot of money, I once again found myself in a situation where I didn't have the belief because of my lack of trust. And that's what led me to Valentus. The owner of Valentus, a gentleman by the name of Dave Jordan, he was a part of my other company that I was a distributor, and he was one of my top leaders. And when this issue went down where the trust was broken, he left. We lived only a few hours away from each other. We were good friends. We stayed in contact. And so when he started Valentus, we sat down. I loved his vision. I loved how he wanted to make this industry great again, where he wanted to build a distributor base, a company that is for distributors, by distributors, where a distributor could join and feel comfortable, feel welcome, feel safe, not fear of losing their check, or just an environment where everybody, regardless of their interest level, their activity level, could feel safe and feel at home. And so I bought into that and his vision and made the move to join Valentus. I have had just, and the thing of it is, what I learned is this. I've learned that all of these companies, right, and or businesses are made up of 5 critical elements, right? The company, the product, the compensation plan, the timing, and the training support. And if 2 or 3 of those things are missing, I mean, it doesn't matter how good someone is or how hard they work. I mean, despite their best efforts, they're going to struggle. It's when all 5 of those elements come together, where the magic happens and the fortunes are made. I mean, I look at myself, I'm not doing anything different. I'm not any different. I'm not working any harder. I'm doing the same thing I've always done, but the success I'm experiencing is far greater than anything I've experienced. Okay, I'm now earning on a weekly basis what I used to earn in a month. Okay, and so it's because of the culture. It's because of the elements for success here are in place. Incidentally, I've written a book. You can get it on Amazon. It's called Right or Almost Right. And really the goal behind the book is I see so many talented, hardworking network marketers, seemingly doing everything right, but yet they're not making the money. And so the question is, are they doing it right, or are they doing it almost right? Okay, it's a book taking all the fundamentals, everything that we do, and helps you make just that little adjustment that can make all the difference in the success, in the results, in the experience that you have. And so I've gotten tremendous feedback on the book. I think you'd enjoy it. I've also just recently come out with 4 little passport-sized booklets on mindset, why network marketing, overcoming objections, things of that nature. And I know it might be expensive to get shipped to you guys, but as we grow, we'll figure out a way to get some of that material to you to help grow and support the organization. But as you look at Valentus, okay, and I just want to touch quickly on these 5 elements, because first off, the company. And I talked a little bit about the founder, the CEO, Dave Jordan, his heart, his passion, his desire to leave a legacy, to do what's right for distributors, right? To do, knowing that if he can take care of his distributors, if he can do what's in the best interest of distributors, it's going to ultimately be in the best interest of the company and grow the company. So we're debt free. We as a company are coming up in July on our 5-year anniversary. We will have done about a little over $100 million in total sales in our 5 years existence. And based on present sales volume and rate of growth, I believe we're going to do our next 100 million in the next 12 months. So we're going to do in the next 12 months what we've done in the last 5 years because of where we are and everything we've got together, as a company. And here's what I know about growth. Growth magnifies and multiplies our efforts. I mean, if we're in a flat or declining, company or industry, we have to work harder to get less. When you're in a growth environment, when things are growing, we get more out of the effort. We get more out of what we do. Matter of fact, as Nancy Berling always says, he says it makes us look better than we actually are. I mean, growth, momentum makes us look better than we actually are. And so that's the environment we're currently in right now. We are in a growth environment. And so as you're breaking ground in a new country, such as Africa, you're able to leverage all of the momentum, all of the stories, all of the success that we have, in the United States, in other parts of the world, because it's going to happen where you are. And to have that knowing, that sense of knowing that you're able to, matter of fact, Mike asked me to touch on, what I talked about on Monday. And what I talked about on Monday was sometimes it's hard to pay the price when the picture's not clear, right? And what I mean by that is when you know, that confidence replaces fear. When you know, and that picture is so clear in your mind of where we're going and what's happening and what's going to happen, let's say in Africa, and that you're at the start of it. You're at the start of it. You're at the genesis of it. You're at the top of it, right? And it's all yet to come and grow, and know that and believe that. It's easy to then put the effort in. It's easy to put the work in. Not that it's easy to do, but mentally it's easy to know that, hey, if I do the work, it's going to come. So when I talk about this, hard to pay the price when the picture's not clear. If you take an individual and you say, listen, I guarantee you $100,000 a year in income. And in order to get that 100,000, you need to do, this, this, and this, and it's guaranteed. Right? Okay, I know what I need to do and it's guaranteed. Well, the thing about network marketing and Valentus, or what we do, it's not guaranteed. And so then there's that hesitancy, well, if you do this, this, and this, you'll make 100,000 versus guarantee, right? And so many times where people end up falling short and then not having it happen is they have that hesitancy. They have that hesitancy, you know, so you have to have that mindset that it all but is guaranteed, that if I do this, if I put the time in, if I put the effort in, if I stay consistent, right? Consistent, and you know, if you're not consistent, you're starting over all the time. If I stay focused and not get, you know, distracted by the next deal or get distracted by, you know, life, you know, because life's happening to us all. But I stay focused and I stay consistent and I stay true to myself and I believe in what I'm doing, that you're going to wake up, you know, at the end of this journey and you're going to be completely and totally financially set. You know, that you're going to, you know, wake up and look back a year from now and you're just going to say, wow, you know, what a year. I mean, I remember 1 year ago, you know, we were on this call with John and Nancy and Andrew were on there and Mike, and there was, you know, there was, I'm just checking, there was, you know, roughly 30 people on a Zoom, and now we have 3,000 people, right? I mean, you know, that's the type of growth that we're experiencing right now. I mean, you know, we, a year ago as a company, right? As a company, 1 year ago, we were doing only $1 million a month in sales. Okay. Between June and December, we doubled it and went to 2 million. And we exploded into 2019 with over 800,000 of growth in our 700,000 growth in January. And then we had $450,000 worth of growth over January and in February. And then in March, we had $800,000 worth of growth. And then in April, we had our first $1 million month of growth, $1 million growth in a single month. And then we did 1.4 million in growth in May, 1.4 million in May, and it went to little over 6 million in sales. And this month is going to be another month of $1 million growth. We will have grown $1 million 3 months in a row. And, you know, you can ask Andrew and Nancy, you can ask Mike, any of you that have been in this industry for a while, you know, when June hits, summer hits and things slow down. And we have not slowed down. We have not slowed down. This is an incredible, exciting indicator of what's happening in our company. I believe we're going to grow in July. I believe we're going to grow in August, and we're going to come into our Orlando corporate conference the second weekend of September. And the last quarter of 2019, you're going to see our company have some explosive. I mean, we're growing now, but we're going to come out of this event absolutely exploding. What this all means is it's growth, it's momentum, and you can do this and duplicate this and be the people, be the leaders. You know, become the talk of the company of what's happening, you know, in the African market and how that has parlayed and I see he's pulling up. There I am at the. Actually, that's that's not quite. It's a little bit more than that actually, but
I couldn't help myself, John.
But anyway, with that being, you know, kind of as a backdrop, Michael, I know I can just kind of keep rambling on here, and I'm just so excited about what we have. I mean, to be 30 years in an industry and to be this excited about what it is you're doing just isn't normal. I mean, it's not normal to be doing something for 30 years and to be this excited, more excited, because coming back to that comment, you know, when the picture is clear, the picture in my mind of where Valentus is going, what's happening in this company, the lives that are going to be changed, how we're going to expand all over the world, you know, just like we have 30 people on the phone here or on the Zoom from Africa. I mean, you know, that's exciting stuff. And you guys are part of it, and you're part of breaking ground in that, you know, African market. So believe, right? Believe, you know, be consistent in your efforts, in your story, in your message, you know, in your activities, and in the way you treat people. Be consistent in everything, and stay focused. I mean, you know, one of the things I recognize, I see talented people, you know, lose focus on the right activities. They lose focus on the mission. They lose focus on the company and get distracted by some, you know, something. It's consistency, focus, and longevity. You know, digging your heels in, planting your flag, and saying, I'm here, I'm Valentus, this is going to happen, and I'm going to make it happen. And so with that, Michael, I'll turn it back to you.
All right. Well, thank you very much, John. And for those viewing this video, get back to the person that invited you. If you found this video on the internet, contact us directly. We'll align you with the right leader in your market. And welcome home, everybody. This is a founding 50 leaders team of all of Africa. And we're very excited to launch your market. And this will end today's recording.